Hello, it is March 5th, another wonderful day for a reading. I'm going to be doing a drawing from my custom homemade prototype of my Oracle deck. My designs were made from Christmas until now, and they were sort of guided in a flow state. Messaging was also provided in a flow state, something I've really never done before in my life, and now I've had sort of an instruction to share this information, so I'm trying to do as many daily reads as I possibly can. Thank you for joining. If you like it, please hit like. That will help. Obviously, very new. Have very few followers yet, and I appreciate everyone who does so. Thank you so much. And if you comment, I will definitely try to comment back. So, it's another windy day. I'm not going to stack a bunch of things like I did yesterday and have it blow away, so I'm kind of protectively holding the deck down while I shuffle around. And let's just take our first card. Oh, the Hermit. Introspection time, meditation time. That's what I think when I think of the Hermit. I know I shared yesterday my dog named Hermie not doing well. He is actually doing pretty well, all things considered. As far as the card goes, you will illuminate when you allow your soul to be your guide. I mean, this is kind of the message every single day, so it's always a great reminder. There is so much that we do not know, that we do not understand, and every day, when I'm open to it, I learn so much more. And what we don't know is so popular, such a well said statement, because there is just a lot. It's like, set aside your ego, reserve judgment, don't try to, remember, we're only here to judge ourselves first and foremost, but secondly, don't try to play good cop, bad cop, figure it out, pick teams. Let's just fix it and move on. Let's not focus on all that other stuff. I don't really think any of the things that we've been presented are anywhere near close enough to the truth for us to start fussing over sides. Let's just not pick a side. The side is us, humanity, and the future. And we are just guaranteed an amazing future. That's what I keep getting. There was talk that it might take some kind of earth split to shake things up, to change people, and now I'm hearing that perhaps so many more people have ascended, spiritually, that we no longer need that kind of shake up in order to see the changes that we want to see. I see the future of Earth as becoming kind of amazing, everything it was meant to be, and then more, kind of being a galactic hub. There's just so much greatness. So, know there's so much that we do not know. Keep digging, go into that meditative state and try to learn as much as you can. And there are so many people teaching this today. Different techniques, different ways to get in touch with all the information that exists out there. It's not a secret. There are so many people you can be following right now. A new one I just started following, Ishmael Perez. Pretty mind-blowing stuff. Pretty amazing. He's got a podcast called The Real Ishmael Perez. Highly recommend checking it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, there are so many sources. There's no excuse to not dig deeper. Finding out the truth is the most important thing. Working on your own ascension, working on your own spiritual ascension is where it's at right now. It's not about this guy did that and this guy did that, and yeah, they're terrible. There's a bunch of bad actors out there. It's pretty awful. But how much of it is real? How much of it is some kind of bizarre, not really comprehensible to us yet situation? So let's not focus on that. Let's just focus on ourselves and changing the things that we can change. And the Hermit card always reminds us of that. So I'm going to draw another card. We're still having this beautiful moon every night. I'm hoping everybody's taking the time to explore it and explore the depths of knowledge that go with that. Again, this is kind of just reiterating our last card. It says, beneath the dark surface, a world awaits. Don't let fear of illusions prevent you from your deep dive. Of course, we keep drawing this during an important week of the blood moon. So, yeah, keep doing the deep dives. Reached in and I got be it. I mean, this is all part of the same message, right? Being the thing you want to see changed in the world. And it seems silly because, you know, when we're finding out, oh my gosh, people are horrible and they're, are they people? We don't know. But, you know, all the terrible things that are happening, we might think, oh, why even bother? Why have we been being like such, you know, ethical and responsible people? But no, that is what it's about. That continues to be what it's about. And we can't let the things that we're seeing that might not even be human, you know, deter us from being on the right path. So be the thing you want everyone to be. It starts with you. Yeah, totally. You literally are the only person you can change, the only person you can really truly focus on. So stop using other people to mirror. Just find the mistakes in yourself, do the best that you can from there and move on. But so many amazing things are going to happen. I promise. We don't have to sit focused on fear, dwelling on whatever's happening around the world. Get out of the media, even independent media. I mean, this is some kind of political circus that really, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. Card. The Intuit. Answers within. Yes. Stay away from the media. Just listen quietly within to your own self, to your own consciousness. You don't need other sources, but if you have other sources that you trust, have discernment, make sure that they are valid sources. If their message isn't one of love and light, isn't one of positivity and ascension and awakening, if it's about darkness, fear, control, leaders, heroes, worship, anything of that nature, you know, start to question it. But yeah, we have our sources, but also taking that time, listening to yourself. There's so many versions of you. I found out today something very interesting that I am willing to believe, which is that there are 11 other versions of ourselves living on this earth in human form, in a kind of sliding door timeline. When we're sleeping at night, those are some of the other subconscious spaces we go into those alternate lives. It pretty much looks a lot like us. A second person said that during the ascension, essentially, I'm going to simplify what Ishmael Perez has spoken about, but it's very complex, and there's an entire book, and I'm just really starting to get into it. But that the 12 versions of themselves would kind of merge into one and ascend to the fifth dimension as part of this ascension process. And there were so many questions, and he kind of said, like, they all pretty much look and are the same person, essentially, in different timelines, cohabitating across the earth. But when they become one, they sort of take on the best of all into sort of like an averaged age 30, perfectly healthy shaped kind of new person. Sounds pretty amazing, and it kind of coincides a lot with what other people who've been to the other side have said about what our actual soul looks like, how it's still you, but just better. It's kind of amazing. Ishmael said, you know, it's kind of exciting to think about the time when we no longer have to work out to stay in great shape. And yeah, that is kind of an amazing thought. So much to look forward to in the future. And we get to be part of it. So we may have suffered, and we may feel like we're still suffering, and we are, if we let ourselves be, but we can also be looking ahead to all the positivity and the fact that we got to be part of this and part of this opportunity. Breathe, find inner peace to create outer peace. Exactly. I mean, breathing is a big part of it. It's a big part of the solution too. To finding meditation, to going into that, your third eye. Relax, you've got this. You can handle anything that comes your way. Simple, right? Simple message. You can. Pretty soon all these little things that have made human existence so difficult, which are some of these, like this sort of like Truman-like existence within the creation that was intended. It's terrible. There's a cost of living. It's not an enjoyable thing for many of us, but we're promised this is soon going to pass, and we're going to be living a different type of life, one that is more utopic in nature. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I have been waiting for something utopic in nature my entire life, never feeling like I enjoyed the model here of what we had to do, and in order to survive, to thrive, to get around. Like, going for success didn't seem like an option either, because there was something weird about success, even though we didn't quite know how weird it was, maybe until now, with this whole selling your soul out and the cloning and who knows what else. But it's really not up to us to have to know all the details, because I think it's going to reveal its own ugly head and kind of tell on itself, and that's going to be a big catalyst for the change and the ascension that we're going to see happening. Ooh. Well, I have so many death rebirth cards because I made so many different designs. So no surprise this card comes up. A lot of people think of death as negative. I think of death as positive. At the end of every cycle, there must be a death in order to be a rebirth. So find out what it is you need to let go of, and let go of it, and be ready for that rebirth. Be ready for the change. Tomorrow is going to be better than today. Right now we're in this draconian space, finding out more and more details. It's pretty ratchet, but I've also been told that the Galactic Council has guaranteed there will never be any nuclear damage to Earth. Earth is too much part of a bigger picture, and it's the future home for kind of like a headquarters for a galactic councils, from what I'm understanding, and it's just too important. They're not going to let it become destroyed, and that's already been made pretty much clear with all leadership efforts. So anything that we see about war and nukes is all pretense and fear-based and not actually happening. The higher dimensional beings have made sure that's not going to happen. They've protected this planet, and things can happen without that level of destruction. So please, if you're one of those people who's been, oh my goodness, we're going to get nuked, and I mean, I've said it myself many, many times, when seemingly unstable people are behind the helm, you start to stress out. And of course, that's part of the low vibing energy that they want. They want us to have that low vibrational frequency. So instead of thinking about that, because now we know that we're protected and that's not going to happen, we can focus instead on ourselves and what we need to do in order to have a better frequency. That's really all we need to be focusing on. It's really that simple. Yeah. I shouldn't say all. Remember, there's always the devil, the thing that you're stuck on. I bring this up a lot. Get unstuck, whatever it is. Alchemize it. Do whatever it takes. You do not want to be stuck, because those fears are going to keep haunting you. The thing you're stuck on is going to keep breaking you over and over again. Free yourself from anything that doesn't bring love and light into your life. It's time to stop being stuck. A lot of that's relationships that don't serve any purpose in your life anymore. Maybe they just add stress. Maybe they just bring you, unspeakable unhappiness. Maybe you have friends that ask things from you all the time but never give anything in return. I don't know, whatever it is, whatever you're looking to change from your life, find a way to find things that only bring you love and light. Eliminate the rest of them, because that's what it's all about. That's how we're going to get the global frequency that we need for the change that we need, and this ascension is happening. So The transformation is happening. Another death. I think I have 4 of those in this deck, at least 4 different designs. But yeah, this one focuses more on the transform aspect of it. Yes, grow and change, grow and change. And sure, it sounds easy, but I'll tell you what, it's definitely easier taking a spiritual route to it than any other route that you can take. I mean, you can think about your trauma until you're blue in the face, but when you really let it go and set it free, that's where the real differences can be made. So whatever it takes for you to find peace, to find stillness, to find meditation, so that you can make the transformation that you need to. Even though the life is guaranteed to get better, and it's not as great right now, it doesn't have to be bad right now either. Even in this time of waiting, the waiting period as I like to think of it, this time of stillness, you can find joy, whether it's painting or journaling or writing or another hobby or another area where you feel called to your soul purpose. I'm just going to take one more card. Hoping it's going to be something really dramatic. I am a beam of love and light. When I stop thinking, worrying, analyzing, I find myself and I begin living. That's kind of the key to all of this. I really hope that if you get nothing else out of these messages, well, I hope you start to look for something that brings you inner joy, much like this painting and this whole experience has brought me joy, but get into some type of flow and find out what your calling is, and, explore back to your childhood. What were the things you loved doing then? For me, I went into this painting because I've been drawing faces my entire life. And so I thought, well, what's something that I can do from my childhood that really makes me happy and brings out my light and that loving side? And I really did think for me it was the art. But find what it is for you and make it happen. You don't have to wait until this perfect utopic time. We can create our own utopias today. Thank you again. If you like my messaging, please subscribe and like it and share if you're willing to. That would be great. And I'd love any comments or feedback or anything else you'd like to see. Again, it's a 5-day. We're all looking forward to a better future. And I'm reminded 5 is the number for teacher, Hierophant. So, of course, if there's something today that you think you can share with others that will help make their day better, of course, please do so. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.